Hello and welcome. I hope that you are having a fantastic day. I have a question for you. Is Binance the impossible giant? We're going to explore that and other things in today's video. I hope you enjoy it. I'm not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is my opinion. I'm not smarter than you. You are smarter than you realize. Do not trust what I say. Do your own research. You know, in this world of today, you have to do your own research. There's so many people out there saying so many crazy things. Some of them are true. Some of them are not true. Don't trust what people tell you. Find out for yourself. Dig into it a little bit deeper than just giving blind trust to a YouTuber like myself. So this is from Bitcoin.com. And we're talking about cryptocurrency exchanges are fighting to escape Binance's shadow. Most exchanges aren't gunning to become the next Binance, but they must all exist in its shadow while striving to carve a niche of their own. This week, a new exchange ranking system revealed that 1.9 million Bitcoins, worth around 14 billion with a B, is stored on centralized exchanges. A good chunk of that resides with Binance, where 2.5 million trades are conducted daily. Earlier this year, Binance made headlines when it moved 1.3 billion of Bitcoin in a single transaction. Its spot exchange dwarfs the competition through its future exchange, which launched in September. It still lags behind the market leaders. So while the futures exchange that Binance launched is lagging, the organization as a whole is not lagging. In fact, take a look at some of these numbers of companies and how long it took them to make their first $1 billion. For Binance, it took them 2 years. Google took 5 years to get their first billion. Facebook, it took 6 years. Spotify took 8 years, Dropbox took 10 years, Netflix 10 years, Apple 14 years, Microsoft 15 years, Intel 16 years, Walt Disney World 69 years, and IBM took them 79 years to get to their first $1 billion in profit. Now, that's hard to imagine that Binance, a cryptocurrency exchange, hit $1 billion with a big B, $1 billion in profit in a 2-year period. But that's in the history books now. And so it gives you an idea of how large the cryptocurrency market really is and how big a company Binance has become in such an extremely short period of time. So, what does this mean? It really means that when companies like the Backed Exchange comes out, there's some stiff competition out there already. And the Backed Exchange has not shown the numbers that anybody was expecting. Time will tell if they really turn it around and start showing some big numbers or what their next strategy will be. They have talked about how sometime in the next few days or in the next week or so, they will be launching, the Backed Exchange will be launching new futures trading contracts that will be happening in Singapore. And so they are expanding their cryptocurrency trading globally. But given that the only product that they currently have is a Bitcoin futures product, I would think that they'd want to also start including additional coins, or additional cryptocurrencies into the mix. And I would have thought that they would have done some sort of, instead of a futures contract, something where people would exchange and receive that cryptocurrency immediately. I don't know if they have that in the works. But also, the people that Backed has working for it, it's a conglomeration. It's a joint venture between the company that owns the New York Stock Exchange, Microsoft, and Starbucks. Those three companies came together to create the Backed Exchange. They have some very, very intelligent people. They may have some wild, fantastic ideas that they're going to launch her in the future. You know, they have talked about how they're going to come out with some sort of cryptocurrency app that you can use to buy and sell cryptocurrency, you know, at Starbucks, you know, since Starbucks is one of the founders of the Backed Exchange, and other retail outlets. And so where the future goes with all of this, it's something that only time will tell, but it's obviously clear that Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is not only here to stay, but is going to continue to grow. Bakkt wouldn't have invested $400 million and 4 years of development time into creating the Bakkt Exchange if they didn't have big plans for it. Nobody puts that kind of money into an investment and expects it to fail. So I'm sure they've got a long list of ideas, a long list of plans. We will see where they go and what they do with it. In the meantime, Binance is the king, and that's who Bakkt has to compete with, or at least live in its shadow to some degree, which is kind of funny. The company that owns the New York Stock Exchange gets into the crypto exchange business, and they are the small player compared to Binance. So anyway, that's all I got for you for today. How can I be of service to you? Do you have any questions about cryptocurrency? Do you have any questions about getting involved with cryptocurrency? Is there something that you liked or disliked? Is there something you want me to talk about and go more in depth in from today's video? Say so. Let me know. Use the comments below on the YouTube channel. You can also, I have a link that goes to a Google form that you can use to privately ask questions if you prefer not to put it out in the public on the Google YouTube channel. In the meantime, like, subscribe, and hodl, and I hope that you have a fantastic day.